Honestly, it's just like
Go back to that spot right there. Ready? And just being like, right there.
Wait.
That was it right there. That was your back. The backswing was it right there. Here we go. It is. Darn right it is. You see that top of that swing was fantastic right there. Fantastic. And you know, my big thing is for you, buddy, like, you know, if you get some time, do you ever have those days where you're on campus? Do they have like a net at school or something?
Well, we've got like 3 simulators on campus.
Those are the spots, not sometimes where you actually have ball flight and you get obsessed with maybe watching a ball, but getting in those simulators, sticking the phone behind you,
right,
turning the camera around, being able to use it
just
as a mirror, but then at the same time, keep it recording to see how close you can get for real. And then do some slow motion swings where you because right now, I mean, think about it, you're just gonna have to blend it. We have the drill here, and this piece right here is great, but the minute there's no stop here, it's harder to connect together, right? So just being smooth and taking the hand speed away in your backswing will help the whole process.
I mean, I feel like I'm almost already to the point where I can, like if you're behind me, see what that looks like.
See what that looks like. Elbow down, just cross the line a little bit. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give that a go.
You know, it's so funny because you think about, like, if you didn't see his swing and you hear, it's like Neuheisel before he almost qualified for the US Open this year. I told him, hey, you need to really feel like you're cupping the heck out of your left wrist, and you just cast the heck out of it on the way down. He got super bowed and shut and narrow, so we had to cup it and throw it.
Yeah.
And he hit it great. But if you heard that, you'd want to throw up as somebody who's listening to it. You know, here I am telling Parker, hey, keep that elbow down, really cross the line for me. You think about it like, who wants to do that? Well, no, we don't want to do that. It's just a feeling that he's just feeling. It's close. It just gets a little bit.
That one was inside.
See how good it looks like it's going to get, and then it just, like this one right here was much better as far as a solid wrist. Watch it. I know I have a bad angle, but look at that look. If that gets on top of the forearm, like this look,
right?
I feel like you're almost wolfing it, huh?
Just starting here.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, it's just like
go back to that spot right there. Ready? And just being like, right there.
Wait.
That was it right there. That was your back. The backswing was it right there.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Do you feel it like there? Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
one that gets really like if you just lose the club face, it's just the club being over here. It's behind your hands, physically behind your hands.
Right.
So when you come down, it's never going to catch up unless you really toss it through, right?
Right.
Parker, watch the left wrist here. It's like this left hand goes like this the whole way. Right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I knew if I told him that he was going to hit.
The left wrist is it.
Did you see that right there? That was what I told him. I'm going to film that. I'm going to show you because Gabe was right away going, yep, there it was. It's this right here. I was sitting there feeling like, what would I feel if I was him? And I look at this hand, I go, I would just feel like this.
Yeah, that's it for sure.
Literally. I mean, because think about it's the opposite right now. It's here and there. So just go. That's awesome. That last one was so good. You see that? Yeah, it's getting better. You know, and it's important, too, for the viewer to know this is not simply for visual aesthetics. We're not sitting out here trying to make it look perfect. It's just that we've seen Parker play so well from the positions we're getting him into. And it's, so, it happens to be that he has a very textbook swing. And when it looks more textbook, it happens to produce more. A little bit better at the top here, okay? See, that's better. See how the ball flight, though? when
that
you get
good?
it when you get it set better like that,
Well, I can feel it
your
off
ball
the
flight.
takeoff. Yeah, it's more like just a flatter flight.
Well, because yeah, and just so you know, and I know you know, but I want you to know 100% why. That club gets back here. Imagine I'm the ping pong paddle right here, and here's the ball, and I've got to square it up to the target. Well, if I'm coming through with it behind me like this, now I have to use that at some, to some degree.
Yeah, and throw it. Yeah.
And the big thing for you to understand is when it's set in the right position, obviously you can come down. The club has a more direct path, and the hands aren't as active. So,
Yeah.
and that's what flattens that ball flight. That's why great wedge players, look like Johnson and Stricker, because they have that very, Cam does a great job of that. Most you can on this one, okay? I'm just happy to see you do that with a takeaway right there. Happier to see this right here.
It's good. So
See the elbows more together.
yeah.
So we're getting there. I mean, it's good. Watch, this will be the best one. Where'd this come from today? Was this like on the radar? I feel like when it rains in San Diego, I feel like our guys should know, because it never does. It's definitely getting better though. Look at these.
I feel like that one had to have been a lot
It
better.
was. Look at, come here.
Yeah.
I got it right in time too. Look at this. You see that right there?
Yeah.
And it's nice to see. What I like about all these is like watch. So like watch this. I love how look where the club is when it comes back. So it's not. This is really good. Watch, and it just goes right up the forearm. That was the other one. Almost there, right? And then this is the next one. I thought that was better. And I just caught it right at the top.
Oh yeah. That's
There you
a
go.
lot better.
There you go. So let's just keep at it. And I think the biggest thing is, as your dad said, you just need to feel like there's no problem right now with getting a couple right where here, just to go. Just
Right.
feeling it.
Well, I think it's just a combination of the two right now. Is the wrist, like I feel like having that back of my left wrist just like don't move,
Yeah.
and the turn to the top.
Referring to the back of that left wrist, right? The thumb is indicative of the shaft of the club. Just he's right here. Just keeping it in front of him, and feeling that way. That was a really good swing, Parker. That was a really good swing.
Well, every time I do that to it, like the last three have looked where I'm used to hitting that draw shot, so it's from that top position like you were talking about. It's not about like the aesthetic. It's about when I'm there, it's so much easier because I don't have to do anything on the way down.
Exactly.
That's
it.
Swing through it, and it's my start out right a little bit and come back.
That's the problem, and I want the golfer to know this. The golfer that gets here, and I see a lot of people do this, and a lot of my better players do it because Cam this past week, before the event especially, I got some videos of him where you would never believe where that club was. It was sitting over here open and left behind him, just exactly like yours was. What do? He's sitting there, stop, turn, go. I mean, he's doing the same thing, just getting it, then blending it with a slow one. But the big thing, when the golfer gets the club in this position, if that thing really catches up to you, whew.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you transition, it's just behind the hand, so it just as easily if you don't.
It just turns
snap
into
it through.
it turns into a timing swing instead of what I'm saying. Like when I say I don't feel like I have to do anything, I don't have to time it.
Exactly.
It's coming down. It's going to be the same thing every time, instead of I have decent hands. I got good timing, and so that's why I can get it done from there. But then when I have a bad timing day, like I was talking about or was it Trump the other day?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna.
What I'm more excited about is at Trump. I'm sure there's some wind on that golf course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be better for you with your ball flight and the wind too. Once that club gets more in front of you, being able to hold the line a lot tighter. See, when he sets the club the right way, though, that ball flight, it's like just a whole, like another.
Yeah, I mean, it's now I'm like getting into it. Every shot's looking the same, which I'm used to. It's just.
So right through the process, good width, there we go, bumping the hip, all the good stuff.
Oh, I left that one out.
Something minor that can help you. Keep that right knee a little bit more inside the right leg, just so that watch your hip, so your hip doesn't have to slide back that far to get back to the ball.
Right.
Just keep it a little more posted up, and that'll just help you turn it a little bit tighter to the top. That was hey, I know you did not hit that well, but I'm telling you right now, dude, that was your best all the way through swing as far as the ones that you just let it go on.
Right.
Grip. Tack it up a little bit. Saw you lose that grip a couple times there.
5%. And then the big rain comes Thursday.
Yep.
I was on it. Of the swings that I've just gone full,
Yeah.
like full all the way
That was
back,
very
that
good.
was a lot better.
That was really good. Yeah, no, exactly. I agree with you. Temperature-wise, though, what are we looking at?
Let me show you.
Oh, it's shifting with the rains now.
It gets raining more Thursday.
That's good. Yeah. Okay.
You still might lost it.
Okay, so we're looking. Okay.
I don't know
It
why.
could.
Maybe it's part of that like wrist feeling, but I just kind of started to feel like I tried to have that almost like, I don't want to say bowed wrist because I'm not bowing it,
Flat.
but like just getting it back there.
Yeah.
And that one had that same like trap ball flight.
Yeah.
Started a little right, went left.
Yep. So, are you feeling this though? Like you understand it? I mean, listen, it's just, hey, the less you turn in the beginning and then lift, the more you turn to the top,
Right.
the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
Your chest is going to direct your hands into the right spot, and it'll have the least amount of movement. Like right there, if you can really, I mean, I know that's my new way of explaining it. You know, I'm just going to pull it out because I know it really helps a lot of people. I even had, Cam like this, it was just kind of, it's simple. It's real simple. It's just basically like, hey, we're setting up like this. And if I ran through it, if my hips were over my ankle, I'm 50% here, 50% there. I now lock my legs, tilt forward till my shoulders are a good 3 to 4 inches past my toes, armpits right over just behind my toes there. And you can see that from here, I'm about 90-10. I flex down without getting my hips behind my ankles. Now I'm 70-30. And what's really important for people to understand here, and for you, Parker, you want to keep 70% up here in the beginning of the swing to the set position. It's not until the golf club gets turned to the top that weight moves back into that heel. And now it's in the heel and it can push off with everything changing directions together. So, one of the biggest things that I watch you guys know, I mean, you've teaching all these lessons all these days, I see it all the time. People typically start back in their heels. They then get there very soon. And then it's just not building up from the ground up. So the arms take over to the top of the swing, regardless of the torso still turning. It's just not together. And
Right.
when everything hits that point together, believe it or not, that's when you get rid of this, where it's in the good spot, and then it goes like this in transition.
Chow's out. Yeah.
You and Cam were full on twinning this week, both of them. They would get it right there a little bit. Cam had it there. And then in transition, he would kind of just fall back and open up, and he was, him, he just goes nuts about it.
That was a good problem to have because he struggled so much with this one.
That's what I reminded him too. I said, hey dude, it was just a year ago where the other one was happening and this was happening, and that was a two-way miss. And that was a two-way miss. This will be a one-sided, typically it just stays over here kind of thing. Were you out there? In Florida? Yeah. Did that last day? He told me just a couple weird things.
Hit it through the fairway because he pulled through his 3-wood.
Yeah.
Went out of bounds in the bushes. You got a
So he told me he said it was a bad shot, but it shouldn't have maybe made that kick happen.
driver or forehand, depending on what line you want to take.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, dude, that golf swing
I know where that was.
is
It wasn't.
absolutely gorgeous, though.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, this lighting's perfect. Let me get, dude. Hey, you're gonna sit here and criticize this. This is, look at this, dude. Oh my gosh, we're back to where we need to be there. Look at.
Was that just the last
That's
one?
the last one you just did. Hey,
See, even that felt like kind of. I guess it's just.
Look at this. That's where the guy needs to play golf from.
Even that felt kind of like laid off, which
It's a
is
cool
weird.
video right
but
here. Let's see it. Get in there.
Right.
Yeah, nature doesn't stay around like this for long, so we got to get this video. That one was just a hair behind you at the top.
I'll do it again.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. Any questions or comments you have, please leave them below. Also, click the link below to pick up 3 free videos. We appreciate you guys. Enjoy our channel.